a good idea earlier this morning
What was that?
of what to build in Minecraft, but I had things to do, so I built it real quick in
Are we
single
live?
player creative.
Yeah. What's going on, dudes? It is TheeRealDuke. We are. I'm bringing you guys 3 Block Challenge number 10. Judging is the last build challenge, last 3 Block Challenge in season 3. I got 2 special guest judges with me. I got Slick77. What's up, Slick?
Hey guys.
I also got number 1 Slug Drunk. Slug, what's up, buddy?
How are you guys?
How's it going, man? All right. What? So I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's all right. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Slicks. What are you up to? You thought of something to build earlier.
Yeah, I just built a really cool looking tunnel, and I just uploaded the video.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's Slick77 on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay. So plug that action, man. Come on.
I don't want to promote my channel on your videos.
There's like potentially a person watching, so so oh man, we need to get some music rocking here too, which I'm gonna make happen in 1 second. So alright, so we're here at plot number 1. If you don't know what the 3BC is, alright, the 3BC is a build challenge thing I made up. What's up, Kissy? Thanks for joining us. And basically you have these 11 by 11 by 11 plots, and you can make whatever you want in them, as long as they follow the following rules. I picked 3 blocks, so it's got to be those 3 blocks. Can't be any other blocks. You get also 5 torches and up to 3 signs. That's it. You got to be done before we start judging. Also, I guess is another rule. You can't build outside because it's regioned off, so you can't do that anyway. I mean, you know, do good stuff, I guess, pretty much. Did I miss anything? Pretty easy, right?
Easy.
Easy peasy, living greasy. Oh, the other thing is, when we're judging, we're looking for the most unexpected builds, so the most unique and creative builds that we see get the highest votes. And by votes, I mean points, and by points, I mean the points are imaginary. Also, we're talking about who we think should win, so that's what we're looking for. I think that's it. That's it. All right. So, plot number 1, Jean-Paul B, the garden mech. He protects your garden, tame with flowers. He shoots laser missiles and gnomes at intruders. No, like garden gnomes.
Oh man, that hurt.
He shoots garden gnomes at. Yeah, that would be incredible.
I like it.
Let me see if I can get
defense.
some music rocking here.
Gotta go through the golem. You have to get past the barrier field.
The barrier field is a crucial point. There we go. Got the jams kicking. So tell us more about the barrier field, Slick.
I don't particularly know how to get past this field.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good field.
I don't see any apparatus that, what was it? Brings the shield out to where it is, so you can't destroy that thing. And, well, I'm not a sci-fi guy, so I wouldn't really know how to get past it.
No, I just love hearing your crazy theories that you come up with.
Oh.
So I was wondering what insight you had for us about the barrier field. Now, I like how we'll just keep calling it the barrier field. I like how the barrier field adds a little bit more glass pane to it, because I think without the barrier field in the background, this would be a little bit short on the blue. But I think the design for this guy is really cool. It's pretty highly detailed. I like the long schnozola with the single torch on it. I think that looks cool. Let's check it out at night. He's got the top and the bottom on. What do you think, Slug?
I like it. Maybe give more shape to the barrier field.
Yeah, because the barrier field right now to me kind of looks like a wall, as if it's like kind of a background. But when we're making sculptures, which I think you can think of these as, like, we got to look at them from all angles. So if we check it out from back here, it's like, okay, now it's all really blue. So it's like, why is that? But I mean, I don't know. I think he's pretty jazzy. And I really also respond positively to the idea of firing gnomes, firing little garden gnomes. And I don't know what a laser missile is. But that
sounds intense, though.
That sounds so awesome. Sounds so awesome.
Maybe put him on a pivot, you know, bring 1 foot forward.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Add a little bit more interest to the composition, because right now he's standing square, like in the middle from this side. Well, from all sides, he's perfectly centered, so you can kind of add a little bit of action to the composition by making it kind of off-centered a little bit, like Slug is talking about, making him look a little bit like he's moving, maybe. Kind of hint at that. But John Paul B, I think it's a cool idea. Good build, man.
Yep, I like it.
Plot number 2, Mandy. Once protected, Holy Geyser exploding for the first time. Okay, so we got kind of a cool, I don't know what you want to call it, like
Explosion?
yeah, well, like a cool kind of frame type thing happening with the cobble stairs and the oak leaves. And then, yeah, a cool explosion kind of happening in the middle, which is cool. I think she's got torches down in there too.
I like this. In all the books I've read where they always have like holy places, there's not a single volcano or a geyser. There's always like a fireball that destroys it.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying there's uniqueness in this concept because it's a geyser?
Yes.
Cool. What are you thinking, Slug?
It's pretty. I like it. Nice balance of blocks.
Yeah, I could definitely see this in the middle of a huge temple too. Like this, I picture this in place, in like a giant old kind of overgrown temple.
That would be awesome with that golem guarding it.
Yep. Yeah, that would be sweet.
Golem's got to be angry. His temple just got destroyed.
Did come more of a young Frankenstein
What
there.
am I
But...
stuck on?
But it's cool too because there's like I think the pillars that, if we want to call this the front, the pillars in the front are still together kind of, but the pillars in the back look like they're kind of blowing out, which is kind of cool. And all the pillars are different too, so there's not this kind of like symmetrical kind of quality to it that lets us kind of ignore it. They're all different, so we kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to them, or we notice them more easily, which I think is sweet. And I think the way the explosion in the guys are like erupting is really like there's a lot of action in there, but it doesn't look completely random because I mean if you think about it, trying to place these glass panes out here is freaking work because you got to like you know, connect them out to other ones and then break the ones in between, and then they form a weird shape you didn't think they would. Sometimes they connect to this, you know, they'll connect to the leaf block but not the stairs. So cool. I think this is really cool. A lot of action. Good action, cool composition. Good job, Mandy. Plot number 3, Mary Kate, aka DJ, Butterfly Queen of a shallow lake, gives her a heart so her land might be free and all evil depart. It rhymes too. And then we got a random sign over here that's blank, which is fine.
Right before you read the sign, I saw the butterfly, but I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be or not.
This is pretty cool. It's a little hard for me to see the butterfly though.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, which is cool. It looks kind of like the butterfly is nestled in among, like, pretty tightly among some shrubbery, maybe snugly. And then I think we're seeing like the water of the lake around here.
So, is this supposed to be not only the lake, but like some ruins around the lake as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it's a queen, right? I think. Well, let's see. It says, butterfly queen of a shallow lake gives her heart so her land might be free and all evil depart. So is she maybe kind of like, I don't know, crumbling or dissolving into the lake because she's given her heart and so now she's gonna die, like, because of the sacrifice, you think?
Mind blown.
I think this might have been the only complaint I have about this, which is a tiny one, is that there's so much detail. Like I think Slugs was hinting at a little bit. There's so much stuff going on that it's a little bit difficult to sort through all the stuff to see what we're supposed to be paying attention to most, which is the butterfly queen and her sacrifice. Really, dude? Really?
Oh, I didn't see him doing that.
So, you know, so if we can, if you could maybe move some of that away to allow us to focus, we'll be less distracted by other things. Not that it's a distraction in a negative way, because it's really good detail. It's a very interesting composition. It's just that it's hard to weed through some of it. But overall, solid build. Now, what do we have here in plot number 4, Durkslurg?
This is what happens to Adrian.
This is pretty
when he calls
incredible.
me out on the 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
You completely changed it last time I saw it.
Yeah.
I spent some time on this.
the first time. Okay. So for you dudes that don't know, Adrian called Drunk out in the 3BC, right? Now, Drunk humbly accepted the challenge, and Adrian got cocky and started rubbing stuff in his face. Now, this is Drunk poignant reply. It was like an alligator mouth kind of snapping up out of the water initially, with a couple birds kind of like flying out of the water, and then it became this like this much more detailed, much better rendered head. Adrian the bird has the most beautiful voice in the world, but he is about to get eaten. Hashtag Adrian bad. Adrian, you bad. Adrian made a mistake by calling out the King of East Germany. Drunk They also call Drunk A number 1 Duke of New York. Not to be confused with TheeRealDuke. They also call him Lord of San Fernando Valley. And
Lord of San Fernando Valley.
And the East Side Truckers Mall Queen is what they also call him. Anyway, so this is incredible, huh? Slick, what do you think about this?
I really like the duck. The first time I saw it, it was as you described. He changed it 3 times apparently, and the second time was much better than the first, and this time it's better than the second.
I appreciate that.
He's been working hard on this. We'd be in there, and we would be in TeamSpeak with Slugs, and we'd be talking to him, and he's just silence. And then he would chime in later with a completely different thing, because he was, the whole time it turns out he was here working on this. It's like, Slug, what are you up to now? He's like, I gotta go, I'm working on my 3BC. He's been grinding away with some serious hard work. and it is paying off.
Much to learn, though.
What is this in the? Is that another bird?
Yeah, that's the first gulp.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like the spine of the alligator.
Look at Adrian in disgrace right there. Shouldn't have called out the big guns, man. Shouldn't have called out the big dogs like that.
It's just friendly fun between me and Adrian.
Yeah, we're playing this up for effect. Yeah, chomp chomp. That's awesome.
But I'd beat him again. Just saying.
Slug, that is an awesome build, man.
Thanks.
You should be proud of that. Plot number 5. Ayo Drin. Jungle Snake.
I hate it.
My connection cut out for that.
Jungle Snake? You just want to keep hearing me say Jungle Snake. Jungle Snake.
Oh, this is awesome build too, though.
So,
Wait a second.
Go ahead, Slick.
Let me tell you guys about this. So, been on TeamSpeak with both Adrian and Drunk when they're building their things.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian has voiced some complaints about his own build, and so is Drunk. But unlike Drunk, Adrian did not feel he needed to fix his piece of work here. While Drunk did and made his better each time he fixed it. And then Adrian just... he settled.
So are you? Yeah, is that what you're saying, Slick? Are you saying that you feel he settled and he maybe could have put more effort into it, or are you saying you respect the confidence of him just being like, "This is what I made, drop the mic"?
I didn't know what this was until you told me.
Okay.
I thought it was like a creeping vine with some weird blue flowers, but it's supposed to be a snake.
I mean, I see the snake. I don't have any problem seeing the snake.
Adrian could have done better, though. But I think it's because he's working on some top secret projects that he couldn't invest a lot of time into this build.
We do have a lot of top secret projects going on right now. You know, Adrian already won a 3BC. We know he's a quality builder. We know he makes awesome builds. That's not the question. We're just looking at what he's presenting us right here. This is not a commentary on Adrian as a builder in general. This is one thing that he made.
But we do expect more from Adrian.
Well, yeah, we do kind of expect a little bit more from Adrian. Just because we know he's good. Hey.
Right.
Hey, no, he's good. But I mean... Alright, so... No, I was going to be serious for a second. The way the snake is coiling around here is something that I think is worth noting, because he spent some real time doing some actual work coiling this snake around, and it is pretty cool. When you're able to... I agree with Slick in that this was a little bit hard to make out at first, because the snake is made out of transparent blocks, like the body of the snake, so that makes it a little tough to pick out. And the leaf patterning and the cobblestone patterning is also something that's a little bit kind of heavy, but that's not that. I'm not saying that's Adrian's fault. I'm saying that's the nature of the blocks that we have for this challenge. But once I spend some time looking at it and I get it set in my mind exactly what and how I'm looking at it, it is really sweet. It is very sweet. And again, like the way he's got this the snake kind of coiling around here is really very, very intricate and very well done. Very well done.
I really like either the cave. What would this be? Stalagmites or stalactites?
Tights.
I really like the stalactites in this cave he's crawling around on.
Tights hang tight. That's how I remember. Stalactites hang tight. It comes up a lot in everyday conversation. That's why I made a mnemonic device to remember. Shut up.
You're a genius.
No, seriously, Adrian. Solid build, man. But come on.
Good job.
Do better. Blow our minds. Win another 3BC. Plot number 6. Sarah CB. A storm beset the realm. Its king, an abdicant, the throne room awash.
This is pretty.
Obviously not Dwarven made because they wouldn't have these problems with the rain.
Obviously.
Very simple.
Sarah requests that we turn it to night.
Very subtle hinting.
You know, she did have a third sign there that she could have used to say night. What?
Oh, she has one. She tucked it in the back, though.
Don't tuck it in the back. I see no sign. There's no sign. So, Slick, what other complaints do you have this about other than it not being Dwarven made?
Oh, no, that's not a complaint. I was just noting that because dwarves are such solid builders with the stone and earth that they wouldn't have this type of crack problem. In fact, it would be rare that they have any type of real structure problem unless in a war and an earthquake. But it's not as decorated to be elven, so I'm thinking maybe... I want to say goblin or troll. Kobold? I don't know.
What was your fantasy dissertation on, Slick?
I don't know what dissertation means.
What was your PhD thesis on?
Are you making fun of me now?
No, you speak about it with such certitude and just
stop using big words.
You speak about it so confidently as if everything you say is obvious fact that nobody questions it at all.
Oh, I've got, so as far as I know, there's 5 monster manuals for like Dungeons and Dragons. I've read all 5.
Read all 5 and committed them completely to memory.
Partly.
So, alright, so let's actually talk about Sarah's build instead of just sitting here and awe at Slick's expansive fantasy knowledge. The composition of the water dripping from the ceiling is awesome. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. It's got a kind of like jazzy quality to it for me. The throne is, I think, a little bit less ornate than a lot of thrones that we've seen, but I also think it's less about maybe necessarily the throne and more about what's going on around the throne. Maybe what's not there, I think, is important, which is interesting. She didn't try and make like a weird king type thing actually sitting there. She used the signs to hint at it and then kind of showed the restraint, which I appreciate. There is a touch of... how can I word this? There's a touch of... there's like just hints of some of the throne room around, which is cool. It's like just enough stuff to let us understand what's happening, but not so much stuff that we get overwhelmed with these transparent blocks and have difficulty picking out one thing or another, which pretty sweet.
I like the fact that as you walk up towards the throne, you're gonna have a steady incline, but since this is the seat, I'm guessing this would be the raised dais. But since this is higher, there is a pool of water back here on the lower part.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited she put that there.
I mean, I think, I'm not 100% sure here, but I mean, I think of this entire dais, as you were talking about, Slick, the throne is actually just this single stair, so the person, for me, when I look at it, would sit on that single stair, and that just kind of and my mind switches the scale and makes this feel so much more expansive. Like if you could picture a tiny, tiny person, like half the size of a Minecraft dude sitting on that little throne, like this room becomes so much more immense, which is sweet. Good attention to scale. What do you think, Slug?
Yeah, maybe make the throne a little bigger, like a nice chair right there.
You like a bigger throne and a solid chair, so that you can see it's a throne from farther away.
Yeah. There's some room to use too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree in a certain respect, because there's a lot of really interesting and intricate detail in other parts, and so it kind of makes me think, like, what if, Sailor, what if you went like nuts and made a really ornate, intricate throne? That would be cool to see also, I think. Awesome. Solid build. First time Sarah CB entered 3BC, right?
I thought she's been in here before.
I don't know. I don't really remember people. I'm joking. I don't think so. Maybe. I
think pixel art is her thing.
Yeah, CB, if I'm wrong and you were in a 3BC before and I don't remember, it just means that your build wasn't that good. So don't. I'm saying I forgot. This is the 35th episode of the build competitions that we're doing. That's a lot of builds. But thank you anyway. So plot number 7, create, imagine, be yourself, view at night, plot 7, outcast enderman. Awesome. So to me, immediately, I have to scream this as loud as I can. This looks like the stone formation in the forest where the Entmoot happens. Lord of the Rings. Entmoot. Anybody? Am I talking to myself? Talking to myself.
I can't remember that part.
Lord of the Rings.
I've seen each movie twice.
The part where Merry and Pippin wander into the forest after they get captured by orcs, and then the giant tree ant, picks them up, is walking with them, and he calls an Entmoot to decide what the Ents are going to do about Saruman. And they decide to do nothing. Treebeard. Giant talking tree with a deep voice.
No, I remember that. I just can't picture a structure.
It was a stone. In real life, the stone's maybe 2 feet tall. It's just a strange shaped stone that is shaped exactly like this. Rating goo. So, I think this is cool. This has a temple-y vibe to me, but I also get a portal kind of vibe, because it's like you climb up these stairs, and over the top of the steps you have Shazam, like a portal almost looks like to me. You just kind of like bloop, go through the portal.
I love the vines hanging off the walkway.
Yeah.
Yep. So peaceful.
Yeah, the only thing I think about this is that like it gives me like a cave kind of vibe, and so I think to myself like there should be more vines hanging from like over in this section. Like, give me that oak leaf. Like over here. And I think this might even out the composition a little more, but part of me really likes the composition as it is, because that's just my personal taste. But I think technically maybe a couple more vines over in this type of spot. I don't know. What do you think, Slick?
My internet cut out for that entire thing.
Okay.
After you broke out the oak leaves.
I was just saying, maybe we could do... I get like a cave type vibe from this, right? And so if that makes me want to see more vines hanging from the ceiling over here, which would also, in a way, kind of even out the composition because there's a huge amount of empty space over here.
Vast underground lake. I love it. Always thumbs up the flooded cavern.
This is a cool build, and we were buzzing around when Outcast was trying to figure out what he was trying to do, and I was putting illegal blocks on his plot, being a general butt pain about it, and he went through like 4 or 5 different iterations, probably in frustration at me again being myself, and I think this is kind of a cool thing that he settled on. What were you gonna say? I interrupted somebody. Sorry. Slug, were you gonna say something?
No.
Not me.
All right, then forget it. But this is a sweet build. This is a sweet build, Outcast. I'm digging it, buddy. Plot number 8, Miso. This is Miso Soup Boy. Time flows like water. It moves constantly and continuously. There can be great beauty in this eternal flow, but it must be kept safe in the chamber of time.
Too bad there's not a World of Warcraft reference in here. So I can't tell if the water is meant to be dripping from the cavern wall, or just barely leaking through, or if it's having a hard time just flowing in general.
Yeah, I mean, because you expect it to be dripping like what Sarah CB was doing over there, or kind of hinting at, or flowing like Outcast has here, just a straight line down there, like a waterfall kind of thing. This is doing something in between those two. So for a second, for a second, I thought it would be a different thing, but it's not. No, I don't know where that came from. For a second, I thought it there was maybe some kind of magical effect in the Chamber of Time where the water flow is able to stop because it's frozen in time. But not sure if intentional or didn't want to hide other designs.
I like how anybody can make some type of house type structure, call it a temple, call it a fancy chamber, but the water with the weird flowing technique actually makes it feel like it's something precious that should be saved.
I see that.
Agreed. What do you think, Slug? What do you think? Oh, go ahead.
Maybe make that chamber a little more crazier.
Yeah, I think Miso, we could have maybe used a little bit more cobble.
I like Miso, he's a good guy, new to the server.
Yeah, good addition to our community for sure. But you know, Miso again, I just think maybe a little bit more cobble, kind of lay out the frame out the chamber a little bit more. I think would be good. But you know, this is definitely an awesome first entry into the 3BC. You should be proud. You got, let's see, plot 8. You got a vote in the Player Choice Awards, so definitely you should be proud. Be proud, buddy. Good job. Any other thoughts? Special guest judges?
Nope.
So we got 16 completed builds, I believe, in this 3 block challenge. I got 1, 2, 3. Is that true?
5, 10, 11, 17.
Bad at count. Okay. We have 17?
Yes.
Alright, let's do one more, and then we will call it for part number 1. Plot number 9 are lovely Danny Face. Okay. And anything else, you guys? We can move on to part number 2? Sweet. What's up, Nevermore? Thanks for joining us, bruh. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. So, Is this Danny in the shower, like washing her hair or something? What is this? Let's read the sign. I don't feel like reading signs. Where have they gone? Is there anyone left? Oh wait, weeping willow, pun intended. Okay. Where have they gone? Is there anyone left? Will they ever come back? No wonder she weeps. Oh, she's like needy. Okay.
Crying in the shower, not a good combination.
So the weeping willow is a kind of willow tree. We all on board with that?
Yeah.
She's presented an actual like tree woman that's crying. It's like a double entendre. Forget it.
I flew past this a couple days ago when this was fully built, and I noticed the face right away, but I really liked the pillars to the side of the face instantly.
Okay.
Something just yelled at me that's one of the best parts of this build.
Why do you like them so much, do you think?
I have no idea. I just think they're incredibly cool.
Cool. I mean, she's sad. She's crying. To me, from the front, those look like bars that kind of... like she's trapped in something. But then when I fly around... I don't think she is because of where the bars would be in the back. And there's also like this kind of cobblestone bump out design type thing in the back here in the middle, which I am not sure.
Spinal cord? I
mean, that would make this kind of more of a creepy, grotesque kind of thing, which would be awesome. I don't know, what are you thinking, Slugs? What's your read on this? Do you think the Weeping Willow needs to be much less of a wham-wham?
Well, she needs to stop falling in love with Slicks, first of all.
That's fair. That is. I don't know anybody that would deny that.
Nah, she's just crying because I haven't bathed in a while.
Not sure what's worse. Genuinely unsure.
This is pretty deep, though.
It is pretty deep. The only thing I would have liked to have seen, Danny, there's this cool water vibe dripping kind of from the back, like she's crying, it's making it rain. Making it rain. I would have liked to have seen if you moved her face back 2 or 3 blocks, and then, because the face that you made here is kind of flat, and it looks really good, but because it looks so good flat, I wonder like how much cooler it could be if you would have added a little bit more depth to it, like by bringing the nose out a little bit more, or maybe lips, or her eyes, or something like that. So just kind of playing with that depth, I think could have been cool. I don't know. Any other thoughts? There's server owner Discoveries. Hello, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Any other thoughts, you guys?
That's
For
it.
some reason,
Oh, sorry.
aside from 2 pillars, I would have liked to seen an arch back here.
An arch, just to add contrast.
Yes.
I think that's fair. But Danny, it's a good build. Begrudgingly, I will admit, because I don't like Danny. It's not that I don't like. It's not that I don't like her.
It's we, not I.
Yeah, it's that we don't like her, so she deserves that. No, we're totally messing. We are friends with.
We love Danny.
That is it for part number 1. To all the dudes checking us out on the live stream, what's up, you guys? Feel free to leave some comments and funny things, ask silly questions to make Slicks do.
I will do them.
He will absolutely do them.
I've done yoga.
He has done many despicable things and questionable activities in his life. No,
for free.
Say what's up. But thanks for joining us. I'm glad you guys are spending some time with us. I hope you guys are having a good time. We are having fun bringing this to you. If you're checking this out on my YouTube's channel after the fact, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I appreciate every single like, view, comment, and sub, so thank you so much. Stick around, though. We'll be back with part number 2 in just a minute. If you're checking us out on the live stream, we're going to be back. It's going to be fun. If you're checking us out on the YouTubes, follow the annotation at the end. You know how to do it. There's part number 2. We do the rest of the builds. But thank you to everyone that took a second to check this out. I hope you guys are having fun, and we're going to be back in just a second with part number 2. Stick around. Thanks, dudes.